episode of Blood Loss Boxing. I'm Sav.
And I'm Baz.
And we're doing a little impromptu video off the phone. We haven't got the gear with us today, but we wanted to give our first thoughts after watching that AJ versus Franklin fight and the undercard.
What's your first thoughts, Sav?
It's a bit of a train wreck, wasn't it, really? It's what we said. Jermaine Franklin was going to be tough, he's going to be durable, he's got good work rate, he's got a good chin. We said he didn't really have a lot of power beforehand, but he looked like he troubled AJ a little bit in the fight. He was tailor-made there for AJ to show something and get a result, but AJ was just too apprehensive, wasn't he?
Yeah, it looked like he was holding back, just that extra couple of seconds. Like he just thought about it way too long.
Yeah, I think this week AJ's looked confident. We were getting good vibes. We thought it was going to be a demolition job.
Yeah.
I personally thought it'd take a bit longer than maybe like 1 or 2 rounds, but I thought he'd get the job done. But he just sort of reverted back to style like the last couple of fights, just a bit pensive. I thought he boxed better against Usyk, to be honest, in the second fight.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
He was holding back. It's like there's a switch which is just like, and he's just holding back.
Yeah.
You're watching him, and it's like he's got that Ruiz fight on replay on his mind where he throws the jab, and he's thinking about throwing the right, and it's just like he doesn't want to do it.
He's holding back, yeah.
And then it gets to a point where he's fighting on instinct, and you see a bit more of that raw AJ that we used to see before. But when he's having to think about it, it's just not working.
Yeah.
And it's not. I don't think it's a trainer thing. I think.
You reckon he's got a little bit of a mental block?
Yeah, I think Derek James in the corner was doing a great job with him. He looked like he settled AJ down, because there was a couple of times AJ went to a corner and he just looked like, again, he just didn't look right.
Bit flustered.
But then I think Derek James settled him down, got him back to his sort of jab, and it was the next step was, okay, throw the jab and then follow up with the right hand, left hook. And it wasn't happening. And then we were shouting, go to the body, because he threw it once or twice, a punch to the body, and he looked like he hurt Franklin, and he just didn't do it again for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, it was all just ones and twos, innit? If even not even twos a lot of the time. Just, I mean, the jab was effective. It wasn't just a rangefinder for him this time around.
Yeah, it was a good jab. Like, and to be fair, he did improve on the jab in the second Usyk fight. But yeah, I think the problem was when he was hitting Franklin, he's used to hitting other fighters like that and them going down.
Yeah, with that right hand.
Yeah, even the uppercuts. He threw some great uppercuts, Joshua, but Franklin didn't go down. It was tough.
It's true.
And it's kind of, it couldn't figure out what to do next.
Yeah.
But I think when Joshua hit Franklin, he did hurt him, and then Franklin went on the offensive. Every time Franklin got a bit hurt,
he gave it back. He's
got kind of that Wardley mentality where if he gets hurt, he throws more punches.
Yeah. And
then it's just like discombobulated.
Discombobulated, didn't it?
Discombobulated, and Joshua, he just like, it's error. I don't know.
What do you think about Franklin's holding though?
Yeah, so Franklin was clearly tired towards the end of that fight. The
extra weight weighing down on him.
He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I thought he'd lose that punch resistance with losing the weight, but that didn't really happen. But he did lose a bit of his engine. So towards the end of the fight, he was clearly tired, and he kept lunging in with his head. And I think that was just to catch a couple of seconds break. AJ.
It was frustrating though to watch, wasn't it? Really.
It was, but that's not really AJ's fault if someone's lunging in. But then, okay, you step to the side and try and go around and
or you try and catch him on the way in. If you know they're going to do it every time, then you just try and catch him on the way in.
And it was kind of like
hindsight, isn't it?
AJ was happy to hold just to get a couple more seconds for himself, and he was winning the fight. But yeah, I think it's caused more questions than answers. He's not ready for Tyson Fury.
No.
Not ready to see Usyk again.
No. So what next for him?
I don't know. I thought, as I said, this week AJ looked a lot more confident. I thought he was gonna, you know,
Do the job.
go back to the old AJ, but I think it's just that old AJ seems to have gone, and I don't want to be one of those ones who jumps on the bandwagon and says he needs to retire, but it's like, where does he go from here? He can't step down in level.
No. So really, his only options kind of is White, really, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, but even Dillian White, I feel like Dillian White would feel bad to fight Joshua now. The comments after the fight, he can see, like, what I'm saying now is what Dillian White can see as well.
Yeah.
There's something not quite right there with AJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he would want to take the fight when it's like that. If there's enough money in it, he'll do it. But
He wants to do it off his own merits.
I think there's a part of Dillian White is a little bit of an AJ fan, and he wouldn't want to do that. So I don't know. We said before, Zhang would have been a perfect fight.
Yeah.
Perfect fight for Joshua. He's slow, he's big, he's easy to hit. When Joshua fights those smaller fighters with fast hands, he finds it difficult.
Gets a bit flustered.
Yeah.
Don't know really what to do when they come on the way in.
Yeah. When he fought Pulev, that was a demolition job. And Joshua looked great in that. There were some people that were criticising him, but I thought he looked great in that
Yeah,
fight.
no, he looked good in that fight, to be fair.
So he needs to fight those kinds of fighters, but the thing is, Franklin shouldn't have troubled Joshua because we've never seen Franklin have power.
No.
And I think that's why they went for that.
And then reducing that weight as well, that reduced his power even more, realistically.
It's going to be a really tricky one to match him up next and to decide what they do going forward. Eddie Hearn's got a big job in his hands, and I think he realised that at the end of that fight. So, and the madness after the ring, it's like, you should have done that. You should have done that in the fight.
Yeah.
You know, when AJ went after Franklin.
I really thought he was going to start kicking off during the last couple of rounds. I thought AJ was going to get that aggression back and just work it over him, because at one point I'm pretty sure I saw AJ mouth to him, "I'm going to knock you out."
Yeah.
And he just I don't know whether he was just trying to get in his head, but
he just held back again.
Yeah, he just held back again, and it would have been nice to see him just go for it, wouldn't it? Really.
Yeah. But I think Adi Oladipo did him a favour at the end when he didn't let go of the mic. It seems to be something at the end of fights now where AJ just, I don't know.
Yeah.
He
He's not sure how to act at the end.
Yeah.
To be fair, his last two fights he's lost, so it's always a tough one to try and hold a conversation, little speech at the end of a fight when you've lost, but maybe he just didn't know what to say this time round, and he's just all over the place. But
I think we need to take it away, digest it. But props to Franklin. He came to another man's country.
Yeah.
This is the second time he's been in the UK to fight at that level. And he had all the crowd against him, and he gave it his all. So they're a great tight-knit team. His corner done a great job there as well. He had a great game plan. He gave it his all.
Yeah.
I think Franklin will be around for a while. As long.
You reckon he deserves his place now?
Yeah. It's similar to like Andy Ruiz. They're good fighters.
Yeah.
But
just a little bit too small for
the
bigger heavyweights in the division.
It's just whether it's one of those other heavyweights would do something different. But I think if AJ stepped on the gas a bit more, he could have got Franklin out.
Yeah, it looked that way.
He'd softened him up a bit towards the end of that fight.
Yeah.
And in rounds 10, 11, he should have just gone into third gear, second gear.
Stepped on the gas.
He was always sort of in first gear. He's just, where was it? He just wasn't throwing enough punches. So I don't know. I think we need to do a proper video on this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a breakdown on it
next week, sort of sometime. But at the moment,
just our initial
both wanted
thoughts.
AJ to do well, but obviously we're fight fans. And props to Franklin as well for coming and doing what he done.
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of the card? We had Wardley as well. That fight was turning into a great fight until Howard Foster does what he does.
It's not the first time, is it, Sub?
We're literally we were sitting in a room. There's about how many of us? Five of us, 6 of us watching the fight on the big screen. As soon as we all saw Howard Foster, we're like, we know what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
So he's going to jump in as soon as a bit of pressure put on the other fighter, and that's what happened. And you look at all the chats, and
everyone's saying the same thing.
The same thing. So he wasn't hurt.
No. And okay, you could maybe argue the fact that he's not throwing back, but when the fighter's got his wits about him still, he's bobbing and weaving. He's not really taking nothing too clean.
Nothing too clean.
And it's not looked like he was like that throughout the whole fight anyway.
Just give him a standing count.
Yeah.
Give him a standing count.
That's what it's there for.
If you're not sure, give the fighter a standing count.
Yeah.
You got nothing to lose. But Howard Foster, he just needs to retire. I saw another fight with him the other day where he did the same thing. So it's just non-stop with him. So and the rest of the card, we had Campbell Hatton as well. Yeah. Big props to Campbell Hatton. He hit the other guy with a body shot, and it was nice.
Yeah, that's clinical this time. That's what we want to see.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what we want to see. So hopefully we can see more of that going forward. Kane Baker as well earlier in the right at the bottom of the card. What a great scat that was. That was a really good scrap. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. And that's blood and guts in that one. So
all in all, not a bad little night.
It was a good card. It was, So I think it was a good card from the bottom to the tops. Just a shame that it didn't go the way we kind of wanted it to go. So But anyway, thanks for watching. Unless you got anything else to say, Baz?
No, that's
Are you sure?
Yeah. I think we said it all. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
There's no other heavyweight in the division like your Tyson Furies, your Joe Joyces. They're going to be looking at that fight tonight and thinking, "Show me the money, show me the money," because for them, it's a big paycheck and little risk. So anyway, hit that like button and subscribe.
Peace.